Hi, it's me, the autistic Gen X software dev with anxiety and depression. Some call me Tim. And today I wanted to talk about just a little interaction I had in the store. We go to the grocery store every week, but we don't go to Whole Foods every week. They call it Whole Paycheck Foods for a reason, and it's not because it's cheap. So we don't go there every week, but we do go there when that's where the Amazon return is. How sneaky is that? Hey, you bought something, you need to return it. Come to the store where you're going to leave and have spent more money than the thing you're returning. It's a brilliant, I see what you did there. It's brilliant. But anyway, we're there sometimes, but not always. And then when we go in, like this time, I needed dark rye flour for my bread, right? It's just a thing that like nobody else has, or I don't know where to find it anywhere else. And they have cool stuff sometimes. I usually leave with some baked goods I didn't need, or an expensive cheese, or some artisanal bacon, or whatever, just stuff that no one needs. So this long story short, too late. So we're checking out and we are literally having a problem with every single item. It's like we have to keep calling the poor dude over. It's like, I'm so sorry. It's like we got this pie and the pie was 50% off, but you had to get the guy to come over and do it. You couldn't do it yourself. So he does that. He goes away. And then the next thing is there's a thing won't scan. And so he has to come back and scan it. And then I don't remember. There was something else that was also a problem. It was like, hey, this thing is bad. We got like 5 things. He has to come over 3 times. This is like, damn, I'm so sorry, dude. So then while my wife is finishing, he's just standing there because I think he's just decided he's just going to wait and see how many more problems we're going to have. So I asked him, I'm like, hey man, I'm curious. Is this like a good gig to get at the store? Or is this like a sucky one? Do people covet being able at the self-check and hang out? And I asked, what's the one everybody wants? And he was like, well, honestly, it's the runner where you just get carts and help people bag groceries. And I thought, what? No, that sounds terrible. I want to just stand in one spot and not do anything. And I don't want to interact with people. Well, so then I got to talking with my wife about it. And it was like, well, maybe the reason is that if you just stand there and watch the clock, the day's going to take forever. But if you're outside and running around and doing stuff, before you know it, the day's gone. Yeah, maybe. I hadn't thought of it like that. But I bring this up because that thing that I did where I asked the guy, hey, here's some random thing I'm going to ask you about your job to a complete stranger. When I do that, and I do it all the time, well, I don't go out much, but when I do, you know what I mean? I do it a lot. Usually I'm by myself, but sometimes I'm with friends or people that I'm with. And it makes them uncomfortable. For example, one time I was out with the guys and we're at a restaurant and it's a sit down waiter restaurant. And so the busboy comes over and he's cleaning up, sees if we want any refills on our drinks. And then I asked him, I'm like, hey, and okay, keep in mind that this is like a 20-year-old guy. He's a kid. He's kind of pimply faced. He doesn't look like he's been very world traveled. He's just a kid. And so then I asked him, I'm like, hey man, how often do you get hit on this job? I said, I'm sure that the female waitresses and staff and the hostess, I'm sure they get hit on all the time. But what about the guys? And he looked flabbergasted, but then I looked, everybody else at the table is mid-bite, just, and honestly, I didn't see anything weird about it. It was I don't know. Am I being more of an anthropologist? I'm just like I'm just curious. Like I asked the lady at the counter where you return things at Whole Foods, where you get Amazon orders. I asked her, what's the weirdest thing anybody's brought back? And like she leans in and she's like, sex toys. And it's like, yeah, it's amazing. Yes, that's what I was curious about. I never even thought about it until she said that. I ask people these things all the time. Just like, yeah, stuff like that. Like, hey, is this a good gig to have or does it suck? Are you like being punished by standing here at the self checkout and helping people that can't use technology? Because it seems horrible to me. Like, I can't think of a worse thing than to stand near all of these high tech machines and watch old people struggle to figure out everything about it. Like, they have old people on the registers. I don't think that's because they don't want to be there. They don't know how it works either. And on God, I fear that someday, is that going to happen to me? Am I going to be old? Am I not going to know how technology works anymore? I mean, I've been a computer guy for a long time. I've always loved technology. I've always loved computers and video games and electronics. I don't see myself not knowing how it works or how any of these things work. But I mean, eventually you get so old, you just don't care anymore. Maybe. I'm not sure. But this is the kind of stuff that goes through my brain as I'm sitting there. Like how doctors will be like, or ER at a party, someone asks the ER person like, "Oh, what's the strangest thing someone's put up their bum?" And it's like, why is that normalized? But I can't ask the 20-year-old guy how often he gets hit on. I mean, we're talking about stuff up the bum versus somebody saying, "Hey, you're cute. Can I get your number?" The bum seems way worse. But I suppose if I was hanging out with my friends and I asked one of the ladies in the hospital, if our friend broke his leg and we had to rush him to the hospital, and while I'm standing there, I'm like, "Hey, what's the weirdest thing anyone's come in here with shoved up their ass?" I think they would also have a heart attack and just pretend like they don't know me. I don't know who that is. I didn't come with him. I'm going to leave him now. This happens to me a lot. Such is the life of a guy like me. Weird, autistic. Yep. So, and do all the things for the algorithm. Like, comment, subscribe. And thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with me and listening to my stories. And just, I'm trying to put a voice to stuff that maybe you feel, but you've never said aloud. And you don't have to. I'll do it for you. All right. Until next time. Peace.